Samsung Galaxy M40 is the fourth installment in the company's online exclusive M series. It's also the first M series phone to include a competent Qualcomm chipset and Samsung's striking One UI software. The front of the M40 is dominated by an Infinity O display, whereas the O represents a punch hole. Samsung has managed a 91% screen-to-body ratio, and that makes Galaxy M40 quite manageable and handy. The Galaxy M40 has a 6.3-inch screen which has FHD Plus resolution amounting to 409 ppi. It shows punchy colors, can achieve a maximum brightness of up to 480 nits, and the calibration is quite good. The Galaxy M40 is driven by Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 chipset. With 6GB of DDR4 RAM and 128GB of internal storage. M40 have 32 megapixel with 1.7 aperture sensor as a primary rear camera. The primary sensor gets the assistance of 5 megapixel depth sensor in portrait mode. There is another 8 megapixel sensor on the back that can capture ultra wide angle shots. Apart from these rear cameras, there is a 16 megapixel with a 2.0 aperture sensor for a selfie on the front of the phone. The Galaxy M40 fixes what has traditionally been a limitation of affordable Samsung phones. This time Samsung particularly focuses on the performance hardware and uses the popular tried and tested Qualcomm chipset instead of a value Exynos SoC chipset. Huawei P30 Lite smartphone was launched in March 2019. The phone comes with a 6.15-inch touchscreen display. It comes with high silicon Kirin 710 chipset along with 4GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Huawei P30 Lite on the rear packs a 48 megapixel primary camera with an 1.8 aperture, a second 8 megapixel camera and a third 2 megapixel camera. The rear camera setup has autofocus. It sports a 32 megapixel camera on the front for selfies with an 2.0 aperture. It runs EMUI 9.0.1 based on Android 9 Pie and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 1 TB. Xiaomi Mi A3 smartphone was launched in 7th July 2019. The phone comes with a 6.08-inch touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. It is powered by a 2 GHz octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor. It comes with 4GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Xiaomi Mi A3 on the rear packs a 48 megapixel primary camera with an 1.79 aperture and a second 8 megapixel camera with an 2.2 aperture, and there is also a third 2 megapixel camera. The rear camera setup has autofocus. There is also a 32 megapixel camera on the front for selfies with an 2.0 aperture. This device is based on Android 9.0 and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 256GB. It is powered by a 4030 mAh battery and supports Quick Charge 3.0 fast charging. The Honor 20 Lite is the low-cost version of Honor 20. The Honor 20 Lite is designed to offer the basic look, feel and feature that can be found on modern flagship phones in a budget-friendly package. Its 6.21-inch LCD screen is big, plenty bright enough and well-balanced. A full HD Plus resolution offers ample pixels for all. You have a 24 megapixel 1.8 aperture main sensor and an 8 megapixel wide-angle lens and another one with 2 megapixel sensor. One of the three sensors, the 2 megapixel one, is purely for depth detection. Selfie camera, which really shows the company targeting at young audiences for this phone. It's technically got the same AI smarts and HDR capabilities as the rear array. The Honor 20 Lite has EMUI software sitting on top of Android 9. EMUI 9.0 is cleaner and more fluid than it used to be. It also has its unique advantages with an ability to tweak the phone's settings and general appearance with themes in a way that stock Android cannot do. It runs on the Kirin 710 chipset from Huawei subsidiary HiSilicon. The Honor 20 Lite packs 4GB of RAM, which is a considerable bump up from 3GB of Honor 10 Lite. The Honor 20 Lite is another well-balanced, desirable budget phone with a standout camera. Samsung Galaxy A50 have carved back and light build. It offers excellent in-hand feel. The panel is dominated by a stunning nearly edge-to-edge display with a U-shaped notch on top and a slight chin at the bottom. The phone comes with Infinity U Super AMOLED screen that just looks fabulous. It has a full HD Plus resolution with 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio. The screen is bright, vibrant and seems well calibrated. The Galaxy A50 display also comes embedded with a fingerprint sensor. The Samsung Galaxy A50 is driven by an Exynos 9610 chipset. The Galaxy A50 consists of triple camera system as one of its major highlights. Samsung has once again opted for a 25 megapixel primary sensor with 1.7 aperture, which is coupled with a 5 megapixel sensor which have 2.2 aperture and an 8 megapixel wide angle sensor which have 2.2 aperture also. For selfie lovers, there is also a 25 megapixel camera which have 2.0 aperture placed right inside the U-shaped notch. The design is cool, AMOLED display is good quality, the One UI software is better than what most other Android brands have to offer, and battery backup is excellent. The day-to-day performance should be good enough for average users over a longer period of time.